You are going to see my laundry. Don't and welcome to the project pile on a Monday, because do I have a story to share? I do mainly talk about yarn, knitting, crocheting, anything fiber related, because I find that interesting. It's called the project pile because I have projects. They are in piles, and I just keep adding to them, because why finish things? I do also talk about the weather because interesting, and whenever applicable, and whenever there is like any news about it here in Iceland, because I am an Icelander and I do love my country. I do try my best to mention whenever there is geological activities in my country, because I hate fake news. Despise them. So why am I filming on a Monday instead of Sunday? Well, I did film yesterday. Which, Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to anyone watching who happens to be a mother. Is she okay? I think you're okay. I did film yesterday, and I've decided to scrap that because I thought about it, and I decided that if I would put that on the internet, that would be irresponsible. Because what I managed to film was myself suffering blood sugar downward spiral. Not nice. And I'm not putting that on the internet. After careful consideration, like I was like, yeah, it's okay. And I'm like, no. So why did my blood sugar fall? Well, I had a very, very active Saturday. I'm actually going to talk about that later. But a very lazy Sunday. And because yesterday was Mother's Day, I had decided to go see my mother. And, we were going to have some dinner together. And, and by the way, it was absolutely lovely. I brought her flowers. We got whole chicken. Oh, it was lovely. It was really nice. And just, sitting down and chat with my mother. It's a weekly thing that is so nice. But because I was going to, go to dinner or, some kind of meal with my mother, I kind of forgot to eat. And I realized when I felt my blood sugars, levels nosedive, I'm like, oh wait, I haven't eaten today. A single banana and a single biscuit doesn't really cut it. But at the same time, I'm like, well, this is so weird. It's weird that it's so dramatic, because I've been really, really good about, staying on top of hydration and eating balanced, healthy, regular meals. And I'm like, this is still weird. So of course, when I get back home from my mother, I'm like, I'm gonna look up the symptoms. And there is a very, very good webpage here in Iceland. It's called Heilsuvera. It is maintained by healthcare professionals, by doctors and nurses, people who absolutely do know what they're talking about. And it's also the same service that I use when I'm getting my prescription refilled, booking appointments, stuff like that. So it's not, just a Google Blogspot page type of thing. Anyway, I look it up and I'm like, yeah, blood sugar. And other things, I'm like, doesn't apply. Like one of the things is like alcohol. I'm like, doesn't apply, because I'm not drinking. But then there was another thing, and I was like, oh dear God, I feel stupid. Do you know what else is very, very much linked with being really, really not good for your blood sugar? Caffeine. I will never tell anyone how much caffeine I had thoughtlessly consumed yesterday. But when I put one and one together, I was like, God damn. So, if you want to really make sure that your blood sugar levels are good, first off, make sure that you're eating, even if you're excited about, going to dinner with someone, and don't drink lots of caffeine. Not recommended. Not recommended. But yeah, so that was me being stupid on Sunday, which is kind of balancing because I was really active on Saturday. Saturday was really good. I actually had both the mental and physical energy to actually do things around my home. I'm gonna finish this one. I made myself a checklist on Friday night because I'm like, I have energy. I'm good. I'm good to go. Mind you, the checklist is in Icelandic because Icelandic. But the only thing that isn't checked off is cleaning the shower. That's gonna be like maximum 5 minutes. I will get it done this week is a plan. Maybe I should make another checklist. Anyway, but like I cleaned all the counters in my home. The counter in the bathroom, both the kitchen counters and the counter by the window. I cleaned the toilet itself, which may be too much information, but when there is not a man in the house, you're just cleaning dust. No mysterious spots, just dust. I also cleaned the little shelving above my toilet and the windowsill. That's the only windowsill that I cleaned. I do need to clean the other ones. Because they're dusty and flies. There's a lot of flies. I also changed my bedding. I put my Easter decorations finally in the storage and quite a lot of other stuff. So I gave myself extra points for that. Like taking stuff to the charity shop. I also got myself I found an old classic, like a tin, cookie tin. So I got that and I put like baking parchment inside and I filled it with cookies, like biscuits. So I'm like, oh. And I also, the big thing here is the last one. Why am I pointing this out to you? The chance of you being Icelandic is very small. But my biggest challenge was actually the big pile of stuff in my bedroom. Most of that stuff was there for pretty much since I moved in, because it's always, I'm always busy, I'm needing energy, and you don't really have energy in the wintertime. You get the energy in the summertime when you get sun and natural vitamin D. And after I cleaned that pile, that was the biggest thing. I have been taking short walks into my bedroom, just turning around being like, there's space. And then walking back into the living room where there's stuff. And I do need to clean it up, like corner behind where the tripod is. You don't need to see it. And basically the area here. Yeah, that's another challenge. Like, it's not perfect. A home is not perfect in that sense. It's lived in. But I am so happy with the things that I've gotten done. Like, I've put things away, I've sorted things out, and of course there's way more stuff that I need to, sort out, but that's an ongoing progress. Another ongoing progress, this show. I am finally on the third ski. I feel like I am very close to being maybe I'm a quarter of a third done with this skiing, which is because I really haven't made a lot of progress. It is progress. Like, what am I saying? It is progress. This isn't a speed run. It's a marathon. I also didn't go to Midnight last Thursday. I just didn't have the energy. But I should have energy. I think I will have energy upcoming Thursday. So that is kind of looking forward to that one. Not gonna lie. So I've also not really made any progress on the scarf that I'm knitting when I tend to knit nights. So it's still pretty much the same. Yeah, it's where the third skein connected. Oh, there are people. The main street is over there, and I got the window open because I want some more daylight. It is currently almost 8:15 in the evening. But oh, yeah, that's a repeat. But I do like it. It's a little chaotic, and I do like it. So yeah, this is the third and last skein of the Noro. Yeah, hello. Noro. I do really like this yarn. It's been so soft, and there haven't been any extra knots. So I really like it. This was a good purchase. I'm still pretty certain that I bought this off Wool Warehouse that is in England years and years ago. Speaking of yarn that I bought years and years ago, ice yarns that I bought years and years ago. Don't ask me how long ago. I'm not paying attention. But I rediscovered this when I was cleaning out, tidying up my bedroom. So much yarn. I do not need to buy yarn for the next decade, I feel like. But this is the Angora design. I mean, you can see the numbers, but I did check their webpage, I think last year or somewhere around, and it's very different. It's a lot more streamlined, but it doesn't really have, it only has a small amount of yarn that they used to have. Like they used to have lots. Now it's tidy. But this is Angora wool and acrylic blend. Ooh, 500 gram skeins. It doesn't say how many ounces. And about 550 meters. So I am holding 2 kilometers of yarn. I really like, this is such summer colors. I really want to make myself a pullover out of this. There's definitely more than enough yarn in. They do recommend 3mm knit needles. This would make such a nice pullover. If you can see any of that, but it's like the yarn group 2. Is that sport or fine? I can never remember with these things. It's like, I don't know. Oops. Toilet bag. So yeah, that is yet another project that I'm making up for myself because I found pretty yarn, rediscovered pretty yarn. So clearly that is yet another project that I am wanting to do. Where did I put? No! I can't remember where I put it, but I do have the other jumpers that I want to make that I do have the drops area for. It's like Tidal Wave. The pattern is of Garden Studio, which, I love Garden Studio. Multiple languages. The patterns are free. And it's just, the design is pretty. But yeah, so what am I gonna do? I mean, obviously I'm gonna go take a shower. It's getting a little late and I would like to be in bed by 10. I still have a few things to do. But yeah, so Excuse me. Speaking of bed, I guess yawning. But yeah, that's pretty much why I'm filming on a Monday, which is weird. But at least I have a light. Because I was stupid on Sunday. So yeah, but thank you for watching. I will hopefully see you on the weekend, and I promise to watch out for the caffeine, because clearly it does more than just keep you awake. Clearly. And my ongoing project for the week is getting on top of the laundry, because that is a project I feel for weekdays. Like, I have energy for that. My machine does the washing, and then I just throw it on the dryer rack. No problem, just space. And usually on the weekdays, I don't have energy to be doing much anyway, so I don't really need the space. Oh, but another thing that I really need to do is go over some of the books. I need to go over a lot of things, but anyway, thank you so much for watching. I will hopefully see you again on Sunday. Again. And I hope life is as good to you as it possibly can be, hopefully better. And I will see you when I see you. Okay, take care. Bless, bless.